Good evening and thank you. Thank you for supporting Legacy's 70th anniversary and your honoring of Mel Washington and myself. Thank you. For 7 decades, Legacy has made a difference. And I have been personally drawn to Legacy for its focus with youth and its being a local resource to the children of Philadelphia. And that it engages tennis, which obviously I enjoy, and education. Legacy teaches discipline, competition, and is a response to the reality of our world and our community that there are great unfairnesses and inequities, financially, education, health, and just as important, inequities of opportunity. Ken Holzman, the Legacy's former executive director who is here tonight, referred to these opportunities as leveling the playing field, with Legacy's greatest impact outside of this facility. And I value most the camp programs and the after-school programs, which reach out to thousands. But I've also enjoyed watching little T, who was beating me when he was in tennis when he was 11 years old, and he's now on the tennis tour. My friend Zell, who is with us tonight, has shared his Mack truck test as a source of his and his wife Emily's extraordinary generosity. If you got hit by a Mack truck today, what would you regret not having done differently? And this engagement in support of Legacy is in part my response to this Mack truck test. I wish to acknowledge some who have made tonight possible. Many of those have already been introduced, but there's also many others. And we've also been blessed tonight, in addition to the dignitaries, some incredible people. But first to acknowledge my wife, Carolyn, who introduced me to Legacy and introduced the idea first of sponsoring the bus trip to the US Open in honor of my friend, Bob Wexler, and his memory. And just to repeat again, Mel Washington, the first African American since Arthur Ashe to reach a Grand Slam final. Wimbledon, 1996, and came here from Florida. The Legacy team, led by President Ron Nato, Sibby Bassler, who's been absolutely amazing, and Sibby introduced us to James McGuire, and Marcy. And Marcy, I think everyone here has had contact with Marcy. Amazing nuance to every detail, just extraordinary, and for an extraordinary evening today. And I don't know if you saw walking in how beautiful this room looked from above with it, just amazing. The chair and my very dear friend Ned Borowski, whose dedication was supported by vice chairs, my brother Frank, my sister Elaine, my sister-in-law Chung, and the following 10 other vice chairs who lent their name and their time. Drexel University President John Fry, Elizabeth Dale, my friends and partners, Brett Altman, Dan Kaufman, Ken Lowe Jr., City Councilman Derek Green, Jackie Patterson of Salus University, Heather Palmer, Michael Cohen, and my friend Charmaine Matlock Turner of the Urban Affairs Coalition. And I'd like to invite and I guess introduce you to Ned again and the vice chairs who made tonight possible. Please stand up. Thank you. We are also blessed tonight by the participation of others who have assumed so much responsibility, and others further who have traveled a distance to join us today. James McGuire, who starting with the GI Bill, became the founder of the Philadelphia Insurance Company, employing over 2,000 people with offices in every state, led to the McGuire Foundation and the McGuire Scholar Program, and its commitment to youth, education, and academic aid. Thank you, James. And I suppose his advice to especially the youth here, but to everybody, I can't really speak for him, but I believe he would say in life to avoid the flashy and to show up every day. To Dr. Tony Waddington, Philadelphia's new superintendent, who you will hear some words from later on today. And as John had mentioned, University President Drexel's John Fry, Salus University, Dr. Michael Middleman, State Senator Art Hayward, 5 active and retired city members of City Council, actually 6 because Derek was able to come today, with Cindy Bask and her daughter, Alan Dom, Helen Gem, Catherine Richard Gilmore, who sent representatives on her behalf stuck in New Jersey, and Philadelphia's esteemed Marian Tasco. We recognize the Lowe family, friends and partners, and their Black-owned and Black-operated businesses in and outside the city, and their family charitable foundation. And our own chair today, Ned Borowski, and his sister Gwen, also here, whose family founded and operated the Philadelphia National Liberty Museum. And Ned has worked tirelessly for this event this evening. Ned, where are you again? Traveling in from Florida, my friends and partners Matt and Carlos, and you can receive tonight an authentic personal signature from Carlos Alcaraz. Now, he may not be the 19-year-old who just won the US Open, but you're welcome to an authentic signature. Our Aunt Ruth and her husband Carmine, who traveled in from Washington, D.C. And with close friends and colleagues and partners, both in profit and nonprofit world. My sons, Joshua, Jacob, and Jeremy, stepdaughters, Sandra and Elizabeth, their spouses, Darcy, Rachel, and Brandon. Kathy, the mother of our children, and grandmother of Ella, Margot, Genevieve, and Isabel, all whom you met earlier. And finally, and most importantly, to the Legacy youth who greeted us coming in today. They are the reason for our being here tonight, and I ask these leaders of tomorrow to stand up and be recognized today. Tonight is a celebration of 70 years, and tonight is also a fundraiser, and your opportunity to expand the Legacy Summer Camps program, further deepening Legacy's impact in some of Philadelphia's most challenged neighborhoods. Each of you should receive a shirt with the tagline, "Building Your Legacy on and off the court." Give for legacy, for the children, but also for yourself. Build your own legacy. On behalf of Carolyn and I, Ned, the vice chairs, the Legacy team, our heartfelt appreciation. Thank you so much.